Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Madam 81. I'm coming to you again um, to show you a couple of things from around the world and also a little bit of Nipsey Hussle's memorial service. It's just a somber day, just a good man is gone. But I hope in this tragedy that positive things will emerge and spring up, that he will be remembered and his blueprint will be followed to progress a nation. Um, I was looking at the timelines on a couple of things where they're streaming the live memorial service, and there's a lot of ignorant people in the world. There is a lot of niggas that are just so fucking ignorant. When Nipsey Hussle's mother was talking, I will not show that on this channel. I refuse to show it, but it is a lot of ignorant ass niggas in this world. And I hope and I pray that death doesn't come for you and they make fun of your mother and your father. But with that being said, we're gonna get into a couple of clips. Um, I hope that y'all like the video. Please like, subscribe, and share. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. You'll be truly missed. A pioneer in his own right. A great man. My condolences to his wife, children, mother, and whole family.
To read a letter from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, sent in regarding the life and celebration of Nipsey Hussle. Written today, this morning at April 11, 2019, the friends and family of Nipsey Hussle. I've never met Nipsey, but I've heard his music through my daughters. And after his passing, I had the chance to learn more about his transformation and his community work. While most folks look at the Crenshaw neighborhood where he grew up and only see gangs, bullets, and despair, Nipsey saw potential. He saw hope. He saw a community that even through its flaws taught him to always keep going. His choice to invest in that community, his choice to invest in that community rather than to ignore it, to build a skills training center, a co-working space in Crenshaw, to lift up the Eritrean American community. He set an example for young people to follow and does a legacy work of celebration. I hope his memory inspires more good work in Crenshaw and communities like it. Michelle and I send our sympathies to Lauren, Imani Cross, and his whole family, and to all those who love Nipsey. Sincerely, Barack Obama. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness to the oneness of God and his intention to create the one community where all in his government of peace will live I greet all of you with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. To the mother, father, family, friends, Hermes, Asgedon, known to the world as Nipsey Hussle. It is a great honor for me and for us to be here to honor a life that will become more famous in death than in life, and the work that his life will produce will go down in history as something that changed the world. The name Ermias in the language of the Eritrean people means God is rising. The name Nipsey in that same language means homie, a brother from the hood that never really left the hood, but now the whole world will embrace him as his life and his death changes the hood and produces a profound change in the world. To all of us who are here, who come to pay our respect to this prophetic soul, who is to hip hop and rap what Bob Marley was to reggae. He is the prophetic voice of all in that community. What do I mean by that? He lived the gang life, but he didn't stay there. He lived the life of the hood, but he rose above the pull of gravity. They showed me a picture of Hermes with wings on. And wings in the scripture, it says, behold, I send my messenger from before my face. He will prepare the way before me, and in his wings there is healing. I saw that picture of my brother Hermes with wings, and I saw him soaring above the hood. Some saw him and said, where he going? Is he ever going to come back? And sometimes when you can fly above the circumstances of your life, it produces envy and enmity and jealousy among those who have not yet learned how to fly. But Ermias was more than a hip-hop artist. He was a voice. He was a brilliant mind, and the Spirit of God was in his life. And so as I was coming here today, riding in the car, I thought of the swallows that fly from Capistrano, and they always come back. And I thought of the numbers that fly away. These swallows, small birds, but the face, the wings, and the back of that bird, the color is blue. And on the head is red, and the breast is a combination of cinnamon. And I said to myself, coming here, God, what sign are you showing me in the life of my brother? I never knew him like you know him, but I know him because he comes from God to make a statement in this world that will live into the next world. I think I said it right. Russell, who loved Nipsey, did something in the last game, 2020, and he said, this is for you, Nipsey. Now let's look at 2020. It's 60. In the book, of Revelations, bear with me 5 more minutes. In the book of Revelations, it says, here's wisdom. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, 600 which is 60, and 6. But the beast mark is the mark of a man, that a man came up out of living the life of a beast. And I'm saying this to my hip-hop community, to my young brothers and sisters. You live like the mark of the beast is in your forehead and in your hands. For it is so easy for us to murder one another, to kill one another, to disrespect one another, to disrespect our women. But out of that 60, there was a man. A man rose above the mark of the beast and the mind of a beast and became a man, a giant, a spiritual man. I hope that we will never dishonor the name of Ermias Asgadon, Nipsey Hussle, and go back to that life. I pray that as he loved the red like he loved the blue, Elijah Muhammad, my teacher, in closing, taught me and us that there's a blue and a red star that is seen in the universe once every 50,000 years. And when that blue and that red star is seen, it is a signal and a sign of universal change. 2nd, I had a dream. I was in a paradise. I was in paradise and I was playing in the ocean water when Aramis popped up right behind me. He said, "What up, killer?" Because that's my nickname to him. I turned around and I yelled his name and I gave him a hug. Shortly, he was gone, but it was still cool, I guess. So when I told my mom about the dream, and after I told her, I was thinking about it, and I realized that Aramis told me what heaven was like. He told me it was paradise. So in the morning, Arius would say respect at the window. So on my count of 3, I want everybody to yell respect. 3, 2, 1. In memory of Arius Askedom, August 15th, 1985 to 2019, March 31st. Give the kids some love. They're a little nervous.
Ladies and gentlemen, Janae, how you
I don't know anything. Spend the weekends on the beach. We were free to be everything we dreamed. Blankets and water over hills, but there are heights when I swear. Oh, that I see, that I know. I don't know what to think. Only the good, the good, the good. Only the good things. All of the good things. Only the good, the good, the good. Now break it down. All of the good things. Only the good things.
You guys love each other? Who's the greatest star in the board? Huh?
You?
Oh, he doesn't know that guy. Huh? Oh, yeah.
No, wait a minute, Arius, stop.
MS. Okay, let's go. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Correct. Yeah. See, you're learning. That's great. Oh, no, let him join it. Then it's Friday. What is this? Good. Emmy, you feeling better? Good. Tough man. No. Shower तुम सब कुछ करना. बड़े हो. shower तुम करते. shower तुम कर बड़े हो. Truth in the making. Easy. Flowing nice too. What's up, Daddy? Where we at, man? That's funny.
I just want to say welcome. I couldn't write anything, but every time I started writing, I could only write about 3 sentences and never get the brain freeze. But I want to do something that is very new to me, so you have to give me a minute. Okay, we're going to start here. Where's Starlight? Starlight, come join me, please.
Samuel Askedon.
Looking for Sammy. That's not Sammy. That's David. That's Godot. That's Sammy's dad. That's Ermias' dad. Awesome. Okay. I know that we are all divine creatures. We are all divinity within. We don't need to look to the sky for God. God is within. I have perfect peace. I'm happy. I'm complete. I'm strong. And if I can feel this way, so can you. We call on the Creator of everything and on Mother Earth who sustains us. We call on the energies who guide and protect us as we make our way in life. We call on our ancestors to join us at this service. Joseph Boutte, Reginald Boutte, Augustine Green, John Green.
Askedon, Behet, Besai, Askedon, Mustin, Askedon, and Messet, Behet, and Alan, Bessie.
And we ask those ancestors. Okay, first of all, I'm supposed to say Ashe. So we call on the ancestors, so say Ashe. And now I pour libations to the ancestors. And we ask those ancestors of Ermias Joseph Askedon to keep him company on his journey. And we ask them to be there. I would ask that all of our ancestors guide and protect us and give us the gift of perfect peace. I pour libations, Ashe.
Ashe.
And I think that that's all, but I hope that you get the understanding that we're calling those ancestors into the service. And so we are also asking for Aries to have safe transit to his final resting place. And so when he reaches his resting place, we are also asking for for these ancestors to greet him. We ask that Joseph Boutet, that Reginald Boutet, that Augustine Green, that
أسكدهم بالرجال نزاعي أسكدهم نسبل أسكدهم ونسد بالرواد ونعلم بكم.
that they meet him also. Ashe. I want to tell you that I stand a witness that everything is in perfect and divine order. I want to encourage you to choose a vegan lifestyle. I want to encourage you to limit your use of alcoholic beverages and narcotic substances. I want to tell you that we come from royalty and regality. I want to tell you that we are very loving and kind and spiritual race of people. I want to tell you that we are very traumatized and we are very pressurized people. I want to tell you that I was never easy life. My dad was a functional alcoholic, and since the time I was 5 years old, I had a lot of problems, and I knew that I was witnessing domestic violence, and I promised that I would never do that. I ended up marrying a man who abused me, and everything that damaged me damaged Arius. I conceived Arius on my birthday, November the 15th. He was born exactly 9 months to the date after I conceived him. Arius was so close to me spiritually. I felt him coming. I knew that I was going to get pregnant, and I did, and Arius came. I had not slept for 2 weeks leading up to this event on Sunday. But the Spirit spoke to me on Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. and had me ask, why is your spirit troubled? My mother called me and told me that she thought that there was a problem at the shop because Samuel had gotten up and run out of the house without saying a word. When I went there, I had perfect peace. When the police officer told me that the person who had been shot was Nipsey Hussle, my spirit said, oh, that's it. Okay? So I just encourage, I never thought, I started going to an African spiritual science church, and that resonates with me. That resonates with me. It's called Caress, K-R-S-T. You can go online and listen to their archive on podcasts, okay? Arius was he had such beautiful energy. He's intelligent, he's radiant, he's a superhero. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was living as a single mother with the boys, and I just thought that I didn't need a man, because I could make my own money. You know, I had bought my own house because Nana told me you could only move back in with me if you save your money and buy a house. So I learned how to change my oil. And I thought that I was just that woman. And I got the right weight oil. I used the dipstick. I put the oil in the engine. And we drove from 60th and Rimpaw to Slauson, right across the street from Ladera Park near Windsor Forks. And all of a sudden, smoke started coming out of my engine. My engine was on fire because I had forgotten to replace the cap on the oil receptacle all over my tubing and everything, and my engine was on fire. Do you know that Arameus did not hesitate? He was like 8, 9, or 10. He hopped out of the car. He ran all the way down the hill on Slauson in the middle of the street to the intersection of Slauson and La Brea, and there was a fire engine that was making a left-hand turn. The light turned from red to green, but I don't know how little areas commandeered their attention. They made a U-turn and came back and extinguished my fire. And do you know what? I was able to turn the car on and keep on driving. I didn't need to call AAA. Not a hose was busted. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's what I want to tell you guys now, okay? Our engine is on fire now. We're burning, but we're not destroyed. And just lastly, I want to say that Aries was a legacy. I feel as though, when we had our closure conversations, my mother and I are very intuitive. We have a knowing of the coming and the going of death. And so we knew that death was coming to our family. My mother and I, we discussed it many times. So many times that we discussed it in the presence of Khalil. And my mother said that she had been praying that God would take her because she was the last of 9 siblings. Her 4 brothers and her 4 sisters had predeceased her. My father is gone. My brother is gone. My mom said just about all her neighbors have passed on. So she said when she talks to God, she tells him, I've lived a good life. I'm not afraid of death. So whenever you're ready to take me, I'm ready to go. My mother was that was her message. She's a junior pack rat, and I'm a senior. I mean, she's a senior pack rat, and I'm a junior pack rat. She's collected so much stuff in her house that her bedroom, you stub your toe just trying to walk from the door to her bed. So she said she's not going to sleep in her bedroom because the paramedics would have too hard of a time getting to her there. So Nana has actually been sleeping. we would like to read a letter from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, sent in regarding the life and celebration of Nipsey Hussle. Written today, this morning at April 11, 2019, the friends and family of Nipsey Hussle. I've never met Nipsey, but I've heard his music through my daughters. And after his passing, I had the chance to learn more about his transformation and his community work. While most folks look at the Crenshaw neighborhood where he grew up and only see gangs, bullets, and despair, Nipsey saw potential. He saw hope. He saw a community that even through its flaws taught him to always keep going. His choice to invest in that community, rather than to ignore it, to build a skills training center, a co-working space in Crenshaw, to lift up the Eritrean American community. He set an example for young people to follow and is a legacy work of celebration. I hope his memory inspires more good work in Crenshaw and communities like it. Michelle and I send our sympathies to Lauren, Imani Cross, and his whole family, and to all those who love Nipsey. Sincerely, Barack Obama.
Veillé aux chandelles à Addis Abeba pour rendre hommage à Ermias Joseph Asghedom, plus connu sous le nom de Nipsey Hussle. Le rappeur américain d'origine érythréenne, abattu par balle le 31 mars à Los Angeles, s'était attiré de nombreux admirateurs dans les deux pays voisins. Le rassemblement de ce soir avait pour but de se souvenir de lui, d'honorer sa mémoire et de le garder à l'esprit pour montrer que même s'il est né et a grandi à Los Angeles, il a touché des gens tout au long de son parcours en Afrique orientale, en Éthiopie. Il y a des veillées partout dans le monde, il y a des veillées à Oslo, il y en a à Londres, partout aux États-Unis. Nous voulions juste montrer que les gens l'appréciaient et se souciaient aussi de lui. Nipsey avait été salué par les autorités de Los Angeles et par ses pairs pour avoir quitté un groupe de gang avant de devenir un artiste rappeur et leader d'opinion au sein de la communauté noire. Une vocation qui a réussi au jeune homme de 33 ans pour avoir été nominé au dernier Grammy. C'était bien plus qu'un rappeur, c'était plus. Il m'a vraiment touché personnellement. Il a vraiment touché beaucoup de gens ici et il a vraiment touché notre cœur. Il a aidé la communauté est-africaine. Il a représenté l'Afrique orientale. Le tireur présumé a été identifié comme étant Eric Holder. Le jeune homme de 29 ans a été mis aux arrêts pour le meurtre de Hustle. S'il est reconnu coupable, il encourt la prison à perpétuité.
That goes to show you come from the hood, how we affect the world now. It does affect the world. You know, maybe people didn't understand that when he was here, but his life now is going to change the way we look at each other. This is going to bring the peace to everybody. I've been praying for his family, his mom, the soldier, you know, his kids. He an angel now. He motivates me to go to the marathon team. Brothers that's out here trying to stay representing so many of us. We come from the streets, change our lives. This man got changed at some, next generation. That's what it's about for me. And, we all not perfect. We all suffer. But guess what? This right here changed the way people think about us and man up in the sky, not looking down because there's so many lives in touch.